It's the industry edition. I hope your Valentine's was great. Tonight we're coming at you with DJ Zach, Flores, and Limited Freeze.
There we are. That works. The Lord Flores, ladies and gentlemen. The Lord Flores with the live intro. It's been going well. It's been going well. It didn't quite. The sound didn't really hit last week, but it worked this week. Very good. What was that? We already got technical problems right off the bat. Sky, how you doing? What's going on?
Doing well, man.
What's been happening through the week?
Nothing much. Just getting ready to go to California.
Where you going to California?
I'm going to California on Wednesday.
Which part of California are you going to?
I'm going to go to the Bay Area. Me in San Fran and Oakland, and I'm going to head into Napa.
Oh, shout out U40.
Yep, here we go.
Don't start a fight or anything, because he's heard probably what's happening. Okay. Anything else going on? What are you be going there for? Is it just vacation? What are you doing? Business?
We're going up for my girlfriend's mother's 70th birthday, and then I'm going to have a little mini high school reunion with a friend that lives up in Napa.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Good stuff. So you'll be back in time for. Well, we're taking a break.
Yeah, we're taking a break for a week.
End of the week.
So that's why I get my one vacation.
Very good. Yes,
yes.
Yes. Hurry up. Come back. So I gotta show you guys before we even begin that I got a lot of feedback on the Valentine's show, and well, let's just say that I don't want to say any names, but someone got shit on pretty good, and I don't even know how else to put it, but I have an update regarding her. I'm not even going to throw the name out. She is no longer with the guy. She is now single again.
Bruh!
Exactly, Kevin. And she announced this to me last night. She went on a drunken rampage at a establishment that we're going to talk about later this evening. And she's 1 week too late. She would have had quite a tirade tonight if things went the other way around. I don't know if it was because of the show, if the guy heard it and he bounced, but she's single again.
Did she say that he listened to the show?
She said that he disappeared for a week and she didn't know what happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was fine with me mentioning this. I think she was. I'm not sure. So that was that. A lot of people nobody really cared about the local milk. People were like, local milk is fine. The girl before her, what was that about? So that was the feedback on that, blood or no blood. So for people new to the show, we had the Valentine's show, girl came on, bleeding profusely from the tongue, and it made for great television. And
I thought she had lipstick smeared all over her.
I thought she was like candy or something.
Bleeding in her mouth.
Like some kind of sugar babies or some kind of candy. She comes, sits here, and she shows me her tongue. And her tongue is like all bright red. I'm like, okay, you're eating Jolly Rancher? And then no, and it's like blood, and it turns into all of her teeth, and all the teeth are red, and she's looking at me. I'm like, is this the Halloween show? And I didn't know what was going on. She didn't have, she could have given me a signal, I could give her water, but no, it was just a whole hashtag shit show. It was fine. Libby, how you doing, everyone? Libby the Freeze.
Hey!
My co-host. There we go. Fan favorite, I think. Libby, how you doing?
Doing really well.
What was
Had
that?
an interesting ride over here. I didn't really want to bring it up because we're
No,
not.
you're gonna bring it up because that's what we do. So you don't drive. You're very eco-friendly, is what the millennials say. So you got here through Uber?
Yeah.
And what happened?
So usually I have a great Uber experience. It's a chance to connect with different people. This time I went up to the vehicle and the guy, I looked to make sure it was the Uber, and he just points to the back seat, like, get in. So I got in, and then he kind of drove a little bit crazy on the way here. No talking.
What's his name?
Ryan.
Okay, neutral.
Came up to the stoplight out here, and then it was red. You can turn on the red. So he was waiting, so I kind of feel like he was waiting just to make the meter go longer.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'll just get out right here. And he said, thanks. And then...
Like sarcastic?
Yeah.
Like doing you a favor?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I got out of the car, and then I was walking here. It's like a block. So as he passes me, I get the ding saying, the Uber just ended then.
Wow. What rating are you going to give Ryan?
I'm not sure.
I was wondering if this was going to affect. This was that was a level. That's good.
I just got an eerie feeling and I don't want someone else to have that experience, so I might just talk to the Uber people.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
As if Uber's not in enough trouble, huh?
I think you probably messed up my rating. Like I have a 5-star rating.
As you should. No surprise, no doubt. How old was this guy?
Probably 35.
Really? Wow, he's bitter, huh?
I thought at first he might have been hearing impaired based on how he was acting, but he's playing all kinds of different music.
Okay. What kind of music? All kinds of different music?
Techno. Kind of. Yeah.
Really? In 2019?
I just, yeah. I was gonna Shazam, but I felt like I couldn't move or make any noise.
Oh, right. Just any sudden move, right? Set right off. Wow. So that was getting.
I made it safe, so that's it. That's good.
You made it. You're fine. You had a busy week though. So
I did.
Let's culminate with Friday.
Okay.
So what happened?
So lots of hip hop going on this week. Friday night at the Art Museum, Shabazz Palaces.
Yes.
Which I was stoked because I love Diggable Planets. And
one of the members is from Diggable Planets.
Ishmael Butler.
Yes.
So he does the beats and the vocals, and then a guy, Baba, I think he does instruments, so he plays the drums and things.
Yeah.
So at Doris Duke,
yeah.
people, the place was packed, and there was a bunch of visuals on the screen as they were playing.
Mike didn't cover it.
So Yerba Gayaki, Yerba Mate sponsored the event, which I love them.
Okay.
So they actually, I talked to them, and they flew in from, I think, California.
Yeah.
Basically because they had heard about Sound Shop.
And tell us, what is a Sound Shop? What is that about?
So, Super Groupers also played with Shabazz Palaces,
yeah.
and Super Groupers made Sound Shop, and it's basically teaching kids about music and giving them a tour of the museum.
Now, Super Groupers, that's Illinomatic.
Mm-hmm. Illinomatic.
Shout out, Naveed.
Yep, the whole group.
And Old Toro.
Yeah,
Old Toro, right.
Yep.
Right.
A bunch of other local artists too.
Right.
So they made an impact, and they're now spreading. So these guys from Yerba Mate are saying, we want this to be worldwide and just teach kids all over. And then also, Shabazz Palaces help teach the kids too.
Okay.
Really cool.
Now, when we first heard of these guys, like we of course, gravitated to them because they're Diggable Planets. And we heard a few of the tracks, and we were like, all right,
yeah.
These guys are some serious guys, like politically driven, they voted for Bernie Sanders, maybe. What did you think of the rest of the song?
I started listening to their older albums, and it was all, the beats are on point, and the lyrics. They have one song that's Recollections of Ray, and it was awesome. I feel like I had like an out of body, just feeling the beats. They had different visuals. One was a jaguar swimming underwater, and they can swim underwater.
Wait, a jaguar?
A jaguar, like a
tiger.
tiger. Swimming underwater. They can swim underwater for like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's something every day.
Yeah, it was really cool. So those going out with the beats and the drums.
Wow, this was like right up your alley.
Right up my alley.
So that was Friday night, the same night as said the gentleman known as Eminem.
Yeah, sure.
Now, we were originally going to have a few people comment on the concert because both of us didn't go. Scott, you didn't go to this either, right? And
Hell no.
Of course, yes.
Hell no.
And get out of here. But yes, so we were going to have two gentlemen talk about it, but both of them couldn't make it tonight, so I guess Eminem sucked, didn't he? So, oh well. No one to defend it. It looked bad. It looked like a shit show. It's just, it's
From the
bad.
clips that people posted, yeah.
Right, I mean, it was raining, so nobody wanted to put their phone out, right? Because they're figuring, damage their phone, so not that many IG lives, IG stories. I don't know.
Eminem's still angry.
Oh, as he should be. He's a bitter angry. Yes, he's an old anger, yes. Playing songs that no one cares about, and it doesn't matter. And, you can put Royce out there, and you can put Mo Bamba out there, yeah, you can put Suicide Guy on there, it doesn't matter.
Imagine standing out there in the rain listening to Stan.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
With your phone but you can't put your phone and do this because it's raining. You don't want to damage your phone and do that. So then what are you going to do? Then just going to be depressed. You just put on, hopefully you have that little poncho. So it's a poncho concert. No one to defend it.
Yeah,
Sorry. Okay. So on Saturday, you were back.
I was back at the art museum.
You just did an art museum fest.
The whole weekend.
Unreal. So what did you do on Saturday?
So they had the African American Film Festival.
Okay.
So I got there, and it turns out it was the opening night on Saturday, and they were sold out.
Yeah.
So they said, hey, you can put yourself on this wait list and come back an hour later, and they'll let me know if I can get in or not.
Wow, it's like going to a yard house or something.
Yeah. Pretty much. So,
Okay, so
I didn't
what
really.
did you do then? Where did you go? You have an hour to kill here. You had a war.
I don't know why I offered this story, but
Too late now.
so yeah, I didn't really know what to do, so I kind of was by myself, so I just walked around the neighborhood, and I was banking on having a little wine at the art museum, but I couldn't get in because I had to be on a wait list. So no restaurants around there, no bars. So I went over to they had a gas station over there by Thomas Square. So I just got like they had like this little wine and some mixed nuts. So I went there, and then I went over to Thomas Square.
You're checking into the plane. Okay, so you went to Thomas Square.
Yes.
And what time of night was this?
It was about 7:30. So
7:30, already dark.
Dark,
Right,
yeah.
so you're there, you got your wine from the gas station and mixed nuts. What was the vibe like at the Thomas Square? How are they doing over there?
Yeah, people are really friendly, keeping to themselves, waving.
Really? They're waving at you?
Yeah.
That's scary, actually. Okay, so then you went and you hung out and you drank your wine and mixed nuts. Wow. Till 8:30?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, interesting experience.
Independent women for the win, right? I mean, wow. Okay.
So, as you know, I'm from Minnesota,
Yes.
a small town. It's all white people basically where I grew up. It's called St. Cloud. People call it White Cloud. So I know we both love the Cosby Show.
Yes.
And so I was going to just try and get culture and everything. And anyway, so when I was little, I would watch the Cosbys, and my mom brought me to the grocery store, and I saw the first black person I saw in person, and I said, "Mom, that's
Oh, don't you wish we had a certain black man here right now? But how old were you when this happened?
I was like 5 years old.
Okay, wait. Did you yell and point at him and you did the whole "this is a black man" thing?
Luckily he was really kind about it. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Wow, one of you all, there you go, you went to the African American Film Fest.
Got it.
Things come full circle, don't they? So, okay, so you get in there at 8:30 p.m. What was the first movie you saw here? Can you give us any highlights?
Actually, I ended up not being able to see that one. I saw the one the next day, Mr. Soul. So it's Soul. It's about a show in the 70s. This guy Ellis was a producer, and they couldn't find a good host, so he ended up just being the host. He was kind of awkward, but he was able to get a lot of people on the show, Patti LaBelle, and all kinds of people, and a lot of the movement started then, rights and everything, so different poets and all different kinds of lifting people up kind of stuff.
Wow.
So that was cool to see.
So, how many movies were shown that night?
The first night is just one, and then the next day 3.
Okay, so once again you return back
Oh yeah,
to the museum on Sunday. Just non-stop on fire. So you're there, what time did this whole thing begin?
Noon.
Okay, and then what was the movie then?
That was, it's called 21 and Done. It was about the foster kids.
Oh, now you're talking about, yeah, we don't want to bring the mood down to foster children. But yeah, I mean, that's another one. And then, well, the rest of Sunday was more movies till what night, what time did this end?
Until 9 o'clock.
Wow, okay. And your night wasn't done after that. Did you continue to just party the night away that night, or what happened? Where did you go after that?
The do-over.
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
That's right. That's what the.
Well, I tried to go to the do-over.
You attempted to go.
Yeah. So
what happened?
Lately, I've been going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Last night I was like, I got a second wind at about 11, and I had RSVP'd, so I'm like, okay, I'm good.
All right.
So
Yeah. Put the email in. Right.
I went there, and there was a long line to try to get in. The place was packed.
Everybody was in.
People out front, people in there. So people said like people would come out so we could go in.
Okay.
So ended up not being able to get in.
You didn't get in. So how long was this line here? What kind of people you had in?
All kinds of people.
All the people.
Yeah.
Okay, all of the backpackers, you got people with hats.
The hipsters.
The hipsters, I tell you, they just get in everywhere, don't they? So you didn't go, so what happened? You just bailed out?
Yeah, ended up.
Okay. Okay. So that
Our
was
Static
Sunday.
Selector showed up.
This Static Selector show?
That's what I heard. Static Selector showed up.
Well, I mean, the lineup was, he probably was there like hanging out, smiling, but it was like, so Cosmo Baker was there. You know Cosmo Baker of the Rub DJs?
No, I don't know.
Good gentleman. Seen him live. These guys are all excellent guys, but then Four Color Zach, he took my name. But yeah, he's a guy who used to live here, Holly guy, and fun guy, but he's a good DJ. I think he was the main event. He was the last guy to come on. So, elbow to elbow, crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Our said girl guest was there, and she was getting what they call lit at the door. I'll leave it at that. Sent me a lot of videos. That's all I will say. So there was that. What else happened? Wasn't there a fight or something going on?
Yeah,
talk about this fight here.
Pretty big fight.
Where'd
I try not to watch, but it's a shorter guy. Maybe he's like 4'11", out in the street, and a very large woman.
Very large woman.
Yeah, very
large being tall.
Yeah.
Really?
They fought each other.
Someone.
You seen this video?
It's on Hungry Hungry Hawaiian.
Hungry Hawaiian for the win.
Gotta check them out.
It was a crazy video. We gotta get her on this show. She took him out. What was like some Micronesian guy? Bruh! Exactly, Kevin. I don't know where she came from, out of nowhere, but if you guys gotta check out Hungry Hungry Hawaiian, man, you got this lot of fights going on.
It's Hawaii's World Star.
Yes, clearly.
It is Hawaii's World Star.
And it's funny because like this guy, like he's the mokiest guy, and he's like broke, and he just gets all of this footage, and
Yeah. I mean,
it's the craziest thing.
there were 30 people that took out their phones to film it. Right.
Of course, more than the people for the Eminem concert. So then we have that was Sunday night. That was your night that ended there.
How about you? What's new in your life?
Well, I'm just so busy keeping up with yours. Maybe I can't really have anything. I did not go to the door. I'm just too tired. I just saw too many people out there, you know. So once I saw videos of Brian Shannon from scratch, I said, I'm out. I'm not even gonna bother. Too many videos of him sticking his tongue out. Forget it. Then I saw, Katrina. Sorry, I didn't want to say anything, but yeah, Katrina was out there getting lit. So forget it. So I decided to do something, I guess we could say environmentally friendly, maybe. I decided to do what they call, cut the cable. I no longer have cable. I got rid of it as of today, I believe. I think this was today.
So what does this mean? What about your sports?
Good question. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate the cable. We'll back up here. I was currently paying $163 a month in cable, which is it makes no sense at all. So I'm calling up Oceanic, I'm like, what's the deal here? What's going on? Why is this $160? There's nobody on the island that should be paying $160 for cable.
Not included with internet.
What? No, not even. It was an internet bundle with the landline, because they try to sneak in this landline, thinking we're all going to be using a landline to buzz people in. So we get this landline. It comes to $163. I'm like, can we take off the landline? What if we do that? And then they say, Spectrum says, you're grandfathered in. If you become a Spectrum customer, the bill will then become $250 a month. Now, there ain't nobody paying $250 a month cable, any of you guys. I mean, Jay Naz is over here, he's confused. He has no idea what to pay for $250. So your $250 bill, I'm not even going to deal with it. So I'm like, what if we just cut everything out, just keep the internet, right? So internet would be $100 a month. So I'm like, all right, let's just go that route. Spectrum sucks, by the way. The DVR never works. It freezes. Anybody that still watch the cable television, what they call it, it's bad. It never works accordingly. So just cut the thing. Be done with it. So I did that today. We got rid of it. We got the internet only, and then we got all the streaming sites, right? DirecTV Now is going to be the live streaming site that will bail me out for the sports viewing, because you can watch TV live. And that's it. That's how I lived my best life.
How much is DirecTV?
DirecTV is it's a tier base. So I got the one with it was called the Go Big package.
You already have it set up?
All locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. $65. That's all you need. DVR cloud. That's all you need. So that's really all the excitement I did. Oh, I DJed at Nobu, what they call Nobu Honolulu. And as you know, no, it wasn't, because as you know, first of all, you need to have automatic, $200 to go there. You gotta just throw the money in the ground. As soon as you open the door, Nobu, just go in there, throw the money in the ground. Hopefully something will come back to you. But then, as I was there, the lounge was shut down. Weather damage, because this is an outdoor lounge. So the weather screwed it up, so they closed the entire lounge out. So I had to go inside to DJ. And with that, I only had 3 tables in front of me that were the lounge tables. So
What was the scene like? What kind of piece?
Strangely, there was no one there except for this one guy. Okay, this one guy, of course, you know, just to make my night, because I'm there for 3 hours. He's sitting across from me in the corner. Now, he's got a suit on, he's got a full-on Guido look to him, like something, he knows what's going on with something. So he's sitting there, and he had 2 phones in front of him. He's looking very serious, and then he's ordering like a lot of different things that involve. There's a thing with when people ordering stuff with fire. I don't know what that's about, but he had 3 entrees where they set it on fire, and he's by himself. So like, you're supposed to like take a picture, right? And, ooh, wow. No, he's just sitting there looking really upset that this fire is going on. Maybe not enough fire, I don't know. So he's sitting there, total mobster. He's probably gonna hear this. He's probably gonna kill me. But he's gonna come out. He's looking at this thing, and then periodically he'll just scan the area, he'll look around like this, and he'll do this nodding thing, like straight out of like some Godfather 2. He's looking around, nodding.
Maybe that was my Uber driver.
I didn't ask if he was Ryan, but he's looking around, and like he was plotting. Oh, we got this sample here.
It's the ominous music. Ominous.
Oh, is that the one that
I didn't add the screen to.
Oh, I was.
We didn't get to that part. We didn't get to that part of the story.
Okay, all right. Well, the guy's scoping out the area. I don't know if he's gonna go put a hit on someone. I don't know what's going on. So it's just me and him. Me and him. We're watching. I'm looking at him. As he looks up, I look down. As he looks down, I look up. We're back and down. We're not making eye contact here. So he's there for about a good 2 hours. Ordered 2 things that set on fire, and then he just had a drink, and he just sat there, and he's like this, and he's staring at everybody. So I didn't know what to make of it. And then, lo and behold, I went to go pee break, and then I come back, he's gone. So that's the ending. I don't know what happened. If he took the guy out, I don't know. That was my night at home. It was just very one mic. It was a 1 mic night. So
He wanted to go to the restroom break.
I thought he was gonna follow me and then choke me out. I don't know what he was gonna do. But
You thought you were playing hard to get.
Well, apparently, and then he dug out. I made him sad. So that ended on a nothing. Yeah, and that was fortunately my weekend. So hopefully the rest of the show isn't a 1 mic, because coming up we have our special guest. We're gonna have the gentleman from Encore Saloon. Over here. We're also going to talk to the man shaking right now, Lord Flores. We're going to bring him back on. He's been on the show before, but we're going to go and just get to see what's the latest with Hi Brau. That we're doing this little show we do. We're going to get to know what's going on with him. The reason before we go to break is the reason for the Industry Night show is the whole running shtick for going on 3 years now is when I was doing the show with the Kaaialii. He's the family man. I was the guy that goes out. I was the guy that goes out to drink, maybe I have 1 adult beverage, 2, maybe 6, and then I'll go out, and then Kevin would not. He doesn't drink. So I would always review different places that I would go out to. And I would always tell him about a said place called Encore Saloon, and how they have the infamous slushies there, and how just be sure that you don't die there. Because a lot of drama can happen there if you do too many slushies. Exactly. So, good thing I didn't play the other number 2. So I just wanted to as a salute to all of them, because it was it's a connected group of people. The industry, as they call it, right? It's all a connected group, and it all started from Nobu, where a man by the name of Dave Newman was the bar manager, and that's how I first got into. Wow! That sums it up. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gone to a Pine Jigger, which would have led to all these other various places. And another man, which is we have on coming up next, Quinn Mears, was a man I met at Pine Jigger. Awesome. NBC. People know that. So it all is a connected thing. So I figured it's like an homage to them and to just the whole industry that supports. It's an industry that we talk about hip hop not supporting each other in Hawaii. The industry of the bar industry supports each other in Hawaii.
That's right.
So it is. So only fitting. So let's go take a break. We'll go bring on the 2 gentlemen. Let's go with the break here. Sleep time's over. All right. It's not as loud as I thought this was.
I turned it down a little.
Oh, you did? Okay. It was good. The booing was pretty nuts. But
It's the sound effects are different volumes, man.
all right. Well,
Keep you on your toes. Keep you on your toes.
Thank you. Sleep Time's Over is back, and we're just gonna go and start off with. This is Libby, have you been to Encore Saloon that's not the do-over because you didn't get in? I mean, this is a great place, okay?
Love
So,
the hip hop, love the food.
right, you got Mexican food over there, you know, you got slushies, we're gonna talk all about that. Only fitting, we're gonna bring on the two gentlemen from Encore Saloon. Let's bring them on, Quinn and Dan, let's go. You guys know this song? We played this for you here. This is Sky. What's the name of the song?
Tres Delinquents from Delinquent Habits
They
from the
played it on
90s. And then
exactly. Okay.
All day.
So, gentlemen, thank you very much for being here.
Thanks for
Good
having
stuff.
us. Yeah, this is an honor.
This is it, and it's a great establishment. I mean, let's go down the line. Like, what was the vision? What started this whole thing? The history.
The history, it's a long story. I'll try and give you the cliff notes. Started off as, rewind 10 years, moved back to Hawaii. Born and raised here, but moved back
From where?
from Texas.
Okay. Got it.
So
Why you're a Cowboys fan?
that's why I'm a Cowboys.
We're not gonna talk about that. Okay. In the case of back, what year was this? 10 years ago.
10 years ago, always wanted to do concepts in Hawaii that, you know, I knew about and you know, I'd seen in other places that I didn't really see here. And started working in the restaurant industry, meeting people, networking, and then met some people. We started Salt Bar and Kitchen.
Yes, that's right.
A beautiful place, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. From there, once we started that, I brought one of my homies over, Quentin Fry.
yeah,
I don't know if you guys know him.
Okay.
A great friend, and he was the chef. We did that for a couple years, a lot of accolades, a lot of fun, and we started talking about trying to do a concept, Mexican concept in Hawaii. And it was, we started Cocina, we started doing pop-ups.
Right.
And from there, we got a space, and from there,
That was what year when you did that one?
that was about 5 years ago.
Okay. What was the reason for the Mexican concept? Just because of the lack of it?
Just because that was something we wanted to do,
Okay.
I think. Quentin loves Mexican food. He's an SA boy from San Antonio, so, you know, that was kind of his thing. And that went well, and he eventually got married, moved back to the mainland. A guy always came into Cocina and, you know, started courting me and saying, hey, I have this space in Chinatown, I want to do something in this space.
The phone.
Was that an ad? What was that?
The phone, yeah,
Okay,
that
no, this-
can't help it.
Sky camera. Okay, so from there, then that was led to Encore.
Led to Encore.
Okay.
So I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but we found this space, loved this space. I wanted to do a bar because we were doing a bar at Salt and wanted to sell booze. Cocina, we didn't sell booze.
Yeah.
And through our research, looking at the space, we found the name Encore Saloon. Encore Saloon is the name of the building that we're in. It was built in 1886.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
That's where it comes from.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the next natural step was like, what type of bar, what's gonna be our focus? We're doing Mexican food with Mezcal. You know, like nobody's doing Mezcal.
Right.
Pretty much at that time, 3 years ago, anywhere. And
What is Mezcal?
Mezcal is a beautiful spirit made from agave.
I think with the one minute.
Yes, yes. So similar to tequila, tequila is also made from agave, but mezcal can be made from many different agaves, whereas tequila has to come from Blue Weber agave and has to come from specific areas.
So is that the thing with that? Because Mezcal, correct me if I'm wrong, is it from Oaxaca? Is that, what's the history behind that makes it different? then there's a history or something?
Yeah, well, it's the oldest distilled spirit in North America. So before tequila, before whiskey, before it all, it was mezcal. Some say it was brought by the Spaniards. Some say it was way before them. It predates them with the Filipino pot stills, but it's arguable. But it comes from one of the 9 regions of Mexico and can be made, like as Danny said, from any agave. But it's definitely going to be smoky. It's kind of cooking style, underground with local woods, so it kind of imparts the smoke into it. And like tequila, it comes way later.
Right, Libby, have you tried the mezcal? Have you gone into the
No, I haven't, but
smoky?
I've had plenty, I've had a spicy tequila drink there and the tree hugger.
The Christmas time.
There's a drink called the tree hugger over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sauteed
Vegan,
squash,
is it? Okay.
zucchini, cilantro pesto, and its crema is sour cream. Wait, that's the way you say it in a much nicer way. I got it.
It's fancy sour cream.
It's all fancy.
Fancy, sorry.
I didn't even know that was the thing. So when Encore, that was the plan then to make it that niche to be mezcal, and was that part of it, or just that just happened to be let's just build that up? And
I mean, we're definitely doing Mexican food, and we love booze. We're somewhat booze aficionados. We like good spirits, and there wasn't a mezcal bar here, so we're like, fuck it, let's do mezcal.
Right.
And when we first started, I think there were 7 mezcals in the market, something like that.
There's 28, maybe 25 to even talk about. And
wow, really?
We're up to 75 now.
And shout out to all the distributors that like,
that was like El
Southern, like they really helped us bring in a lot of flavors. And really brought in a lot of mezcal for us, so that was big.
Wow, so what was going into the food portion of it? What was the angle for that? Just like simple, or what was the gimmick there?
Yeah, just kind of a continuation of Cocina.
Okay.
Like, essentially, we saw it as going from the kitchen to the bar. Cocina was the kitchen. It was definitely a brand that was driven a lot by Quinn Fry as a chef. And he's obviously not here anymore, so we wanted to bring the focus to the bar. And hence, Quinn came into the picture.
There you go, this gentleman.
He was killing it. He's been doing it.
You know, I have to second that. You know, great man to the right of you here. So how did you guys meet up? What happened?
Salt.
That was through Salt, okay. Because you were Salt from the get-go too?
No, just after. I was in culinary school.
Okay.
And Quentin gave me my first job on the line, so I was cooking at Salt.
He was a young buck back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm still young, asshole.
Well said.
Yeah, and I was in culinary school and I was working at nightclubs, working behind the bars, and yeah, and I had a job there in the kitchen, and then one day they're like, hey, you want to work behind the bar one day? I was like, shoots, yeah, for sure. And I did that for about a year, and then I kind of stepped down and then moved to another spot. And then Danny and Quentin moved on shortly after that and opened up Cocina.
Got it. And Kyo was there as well.
Yeah.
So Kyo was just on the show a couple weeks ago, so yeah, try to get the company.
The bar was at Salt. Yeah, we had it. We
My
were
wife Randy was working there.
Right.
There was
Cash there. Tyler was there. Was he there too?
Tyler,
he was there. Yeah.
He was the second guy that came from the Valentine show.
Oh, okay.
Remember that when he had the cigarette hanging from his lip? Like he's the only guy that, I don't know how a guy does that in 2019, but he got the cigarette indoors, mind you. He's in there with the cigarette hanging from the lip.
It's not even there. It's just there.
Yeah. Wow, so, because then we first met at Pine and Jigger. And that was right after you left Salt then.
Cooler Grill. I was
Okay.
in Waikiki. Dave picked me from Waikiki. He was actually a rising star chef, and I was at culinary school. They did a panel Q&A, and at the end, he was outside, and I ran up to him and was like, hey man, like, I want to do what you do. Like, how do I do that? He's like, become a part of the USBG, start doing competitions, start reading books, and start playing around with cocktails. Yeah. Dave Newman.
Well, that's official Dave Newman. I'll take it.
So I started doing that, and 6 months later, I was in a competition next to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey man, you want a job? I'm like, for you? Yes. And so I introduced him, and it took a while, but Kyle was moving on to open up to Kaaialii.
Yeah.
And so when Kyle left, then they were like, hey, you want to come aboard? And then shortly after, you were ordering random weird cocktails from me all the time. Like, hey, I want a cocktail that you wake up next to a random girl one night, and the first drink you want, go. Okay, I will make.
Hashtag fucking with you guys. Yeah.
I will make this cocktail. Okay.
But see, that's the whole
So
fun.
what did you make then?
That was
I didn't talk.
Should have time with food coloring. Yes, and you were the one that introduced me to, I think it was the bartender's handshake. I remember that one. It was an awful shit drink.
I love that.
You were the one that made it. I never forget that. I was like, Hi Brau, I kind of.
When you're 7 hours deep behind the bar and you're just being at work, the bartender's handshake is amazing. It's never a drink on the job. I'm not saying that. Just saying.
No safety meetings.
Okay, yeah.
What's in the bartender's handshake?
So that's a Dave Newman, Dave Towers, Chandra, Kyle cocktail. It's Fernet, Coke, and Campari. And then you
Coca-Cola, not cocaine.
no cocaine. I was making sure. Yeah, let me do it wrong all the time.
I tasted the weirdness of it. It wasn't, it was Coca-Cola.
Okay.
Coca-Cola tastes like garbage.
It's going with that. So you do it mind eraser style, so you just check it back
Right.
with a straw. Not up your nose, in your mouth. Yeah.
If that doesn't sound. Yeah. But that would be the thing. I would always see that gentleman at Pine, and always be like, Quinn, what's up, man? And how you doing? He's like, living the dream. That's the quote. If you know Quinn Mears,
Live this dream
that's still to this day.
every day.
So when you open Encore, were you thinking, we'll only play hip hop music? I know there's been one time I was there that you guys didn't play it during a certain happy hour, but usually it always on.
Yeah, we just all love hip hop.
It usually is mostly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Occasionally there's reggae.
Yeah, you still have a radio.
Oh, let's see it.
So when did you get into hip hop? Was it here? Or
Pretty much my whole life. Yeah.
is there a certain artist that?
Yeah, what do you like? What do you think?
I mean, just 90s. Like, I'm an old fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
You're not alone, don't worry.
I like 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
I like Pusha T though.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Fire. Yeah.
Shout out to new stuff. Okay, but that's the thing. So that's what makes this a cool spot, because you got the hip hop playing. It's a nice layout. I mean, you guys did a great job with just the layout of just the layout of the hall. It looks like with the bar going into the outdoor, which we'll talk about. Did you totally gut that place out? What was that before?
It was an empty shell. It was Kaaialii.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like the place you'd be walking outside of at 12 o'clock at night, and you'd look and be like, yeah, not today. Yeah, I'm not going in there today. It's not that kind of night.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Super diet.
Typical.
It made Smith Union clean.
That sums it up, doesn't it? Wow. So then,
unfortunately, I never went. My wife used to go there and do her homework there when she was studying
Really?
in nursing school. Yeah.
that's scary.
If you know his wife, that is really unkept.
She's bad.
That was it. That's
So I saw on your website, you have a quote about Chinatown, how it kind of ebbs and flows, comes back and goes. Where do you think it's at right now? What's your
I like to think it's on the upswing and it's going to keep going. I mean, there's so many great small businesses down there, Pig and Lady, Senya, Fete, Brick Car Tavern, just to name a few. And I don't see those places going anywhere. So hopefully it's there for the long haul. to sustain and be entertainment.
Doesn't it trip you out though, like knowing what Hotel Street was 20 years ago? Right? It still is that. That didn't change, but
In front of Smith.
it was a place that parents would tell you, avoid, avoid, avoid. And now, everyone's eating there. Everyone's eating there,
Sure.
which is just so bizarre still to this day to see it, because none of the crap left, right? But now you have like Fet, Encore, Hachibe, right? It's gonna eat
Hachibe.
What do they eat there, right? Like 20 years ago, I've heard of it. It's absurd.
We got Cindy now and Pie.
I mean, it's just
the
amazing.
best restaurants in the island.
Right.
Pinto Lady.
Right, in just this super ghetto area. It's just, but it's got like personality to it.
Absolutely, and a ton of character. The architecture down there doesn't compare to anything in the state.
Right, right.
It's a beautiful place.
It's
very seedy too.
It's safer now,
It is,
especially knowing it 8 years ago to what it is now.
Well, yeah, the death toll has gone down.
The stabbings have stopped.
You know.
We're held down once a month, you know. But even like when we open, it's cleaned up and it's you know I think the community itself is helping the movement and make it nicer and safer for the patrons to come down and not feel nervous.
Right. Yeah. And they're coming down. I mean, every place for the most part is steady. And what do you guys see as far as the future of Encore? What's the latest that's going to be happening?
We just kind of doing our thing. We have on Saturdays we do tacos al pastor. We have DJs from time to time. Second Saturdays of the month.
Yeah.
We have DJ Nar and Ramsey.
Oh yeah, shout out
Called Adore. First Fridays we have the Lucky Kids. They're always a good time. Taco Tuesdays go off.
Oh yeah.
They're a lot of fun.
Super fun.
Like I meant.
Yeah.
$2 tacos, $2.50 tecates.
Yeah.
Wow. The cocktail is beer.
Just
Just checking. There you go. Point. That's an airborne right there.
You guys do private events too, right?
We do. Yeah. Yeah. We do a little of everything. We do farmers markets, Kaaialii on Saturday mornings.
Right.
Just catering. We're out there. We're just trying to get that hustle on. You know?
Right. You got the space to do it. You have this outdoor. You know, the hip hop time machine was there. You know,
Right.
And
that was all time.
we gotta get to this. Just the other night was the
Do
do-over.
over.
So what was going on there? Like, you guys got killed in that one, right?
It was fun. It was fun.
It was a crazy night. It was a beautiful night. It was an amazing night.
Yeah.
But I'm so sorry you couldn't get in.
I'll get I'm gonna see that it was over capacity and,
It wasn't over capacity, but it was at capacity.
It was fire alarm.
oh yeah.
No one was overserved.
Who was working the door that night?
Actually two people, someone right outside of them, right inside, so it was good.
Yeah, it was a great night. It was a lot of fun. The DJs were amazing. It was great music,
Good vibes.
beautiful people. It was all time. It was amazing. It was definitely one of our best nights.
Wow.
Says who? No,
And it was-
no, it was great. It was great.
It was also
fun.
rowdy.
Just walking funny through.
Hashtag tired. Yeah. What's the upcoming DJ event you got? No, that's on Saturdays. What's that? Every second Saturday.
Second Saturdays,
Okay.
Adore, which is DJ Nar and Ramsey.
Okay. What's gonna be the deal with that? What's the vibe of that gonna be?
Two Wahines killing it, just good
Yeah.
vibes, just, you know, it's, they play really cool music. A little bit different than the Lucky Kids that play music on First Fridays. Leansky and Mears and those kids, yeah.
Oh, so great.
Yeah.
What's along with the DJ events, anything new with the menu that you're coming up with? Any kind of new?
Always tweaking it here and there. We are a little limited with our space because we have a pretty small kitchen.
Yep.
We'd love to do more, but we've added a couple things recently and always kind
Is
of.
it the tree hugger that you're talking about?
The tree
It
hugger.
was so good.
Yeah, that's actually a Cocina mainstay that
Oh,
we
really?
brought over. Yeah, it's
It's
good.
vegan.
It's really good. It's vegetarian, but
Okay.
it's a lot of people say it's their favorite, and
Really?
people that aren't vegetarian say that. So
So much flavors. I
Yeah.
remember when I got it, I was sitting right by the chef window, and it was served, and then 2 seconds later it was gone, and the chefs were there. They're like, "Where did that just go?" It's so good.
Well, on the other end, the burger, I tell you what, okay,
Nice.
when that was first introduced, this was a while, not that long ago, but phenomenal. The nachos is always the thing that, when you're really, you're thinking about life, and you're going into Encore, usually that's that third spot you go to, and you gotta eat the slushies, right, which is always, that's a thing. Is that your concoctions you making when that first started, the slushy thing?
They were. I've recently stepped down from that, but
Right.
Sarah's taking over now.
A lot of death came from those slushies.
Yeah, it's a funny story about those. So when we first opened, we were serving them in a larger glass, and our contractor James, him and his wife came in, and they had a couple, and they went home, and he comes in the next day and he goes, "What did you do to my wife?" I don't know, what did I do? He's like, "She had 2 of those slushies. We went home and she ate the kids' lunch." And that's when we were like, all right, we're gonna downsize these just a little bit.
They're lethal.
Yeah.
I remember the first 3 lineup, they're good, but deadly.
Yeah.
They grab you quick, and then after you contemplate things after that. So that was the whole fun of going there, and then and the nachos were great. All the tacos, all the food is great, man. It's a great times, great stuff over there.
What are you guys' favorites? What dish are you going to
Tortilla.
The what?
Our burger tortilla.
There we go, yeah.
I love it.
The burrito. The eating burrito.
The burrito, yeah.
And the new thing, the wings. The wings.
You got wings?
The wings are so
Really?
good. Tossed in that Valentina sauce, served with the cucumber ranch. Oh my god.
What-
I crushed it.
What?
What's
Yeah,
that?
what is that?
It's like a Mexican hot sauce.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so good. The dangerous.
And then before we go to break, we gotta talk about brunch. You guys are open for brunch? Let's talk about that.
We actually are doing a brunch on Saturdays, kind of like an addended menu. We pulled it back a little bit because we're doing markets now, so because of that. But we do have chilaquiles, breakfast burrito is fire, steak and eggs, and we got some really good brunch cocktails.
Okay.
Weekend beats.
Weekend beats is really good.
We do a Bloody Mayo, which is like our version of a Bloody Mary with Mezcal.
It's got bacon and pickled vegetables and all kinds of goodness.
So hours on Saturday or what now? During the day?
We do that brunch menu from 10 to 2,
Okay.
and then the full menu, and then we run till 11 every night. The kitchen runs till 11 every night.
Okay.
And then bar till 1,
Okay.
Fridays, Saturdays, and other nights, midnight.
Okay, so Sunday is
We're closed.
closing Saturday. Okay.
So we're doing the markets now, and it's we got a lot on our plate, so.
Apparently, yeah. Wow. So, because I was wondering about because then that's what the Sunday thing was a brunch that started, right?
Correct.
And we were gonna do keep it open for football and whatnot,
But we pulled that back a little bit.
Got it. Libby, what do you think of brunch? Would you Mexican brunch? You would do that?
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of?
You guys gotta check it out. Have you been?
Sadly, not
You have not
until
been.
Sunday when you guys had the Sunday brunch. So
Yeah. Please come down. I mean,
I'll
chilaquiles
try.
are
I'll work.
unbelievable.
But yes, I definitely would. Saturday, yeah, it's like
We'll be there.
you're gonna do that in front of in between your art museum movies. Okay. So I guess you guys are gonna keep it rolling. So Quinn, what you are in a less capacity now? What you are?
I stepped down at the beginning of the year, and Jordan Reynolds and
Oh yeah.
Sarah, they kind of took over some parts of the roles for the bar, and I started working for distribution,
Got it.
doing alcohol distribution
Got it.
for Young's Market. So, but luckily there's it's still my area, so I get to have them buy blueberry vodkas and
Sriracha.
vodkas, and yeah. I dump everything that I can't sell onto them now.
You can write that up, right?
Hey, he's family.
Well, any final questions, Libby, before we head out the break here?
Thanks for coming in and awesome talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, you guys. I mean, I know you guys are busy, that's why we're doing the special Monday, because doing Taco Tuesday just engulfs you guys. And much like every night, probably, I mean, but, hours during the week, what final time, what is it for Monday through Friday?
We open at 11 a.m.
Okay.
Kitchen till 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Bar till midnight.
And then
And
Saturday.
then Friday, Saturdays, we run the bar till 1 o'clock. And
Yeah.
those Sundays.
Good times as always.
And then we're in the farmer's market Saturday mornings, Kaaialii, doing breakfast burritos.
Oh, okay, Kakako Farmers Market.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Got it.
Which is a great time. Which is a great farmer's market. You should definitely check it out if you haven't been. It's in this city. It's right down the street.
Is that the one located where?
Alamoana and Ward.
Okay.
It's where Spaghetti Warehouse used to be. There's like a parking structure. It's on the ocean side of that.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yep.
Where the old spaghetti cemetery was.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Where pasta goes to die.
White sauce, red sauce.
But everybody knows that spot. That's why I said it right. Everybody knows.
We immediately got it when she said that. So, yeah. All right, let's go take a break here. Let's thank these gentlemen. I tell you what, thank you guys. We'll take a break, gentlemen. All right. Before we get out of here, this is the last show of February. So news and notes, I guess, is what we call it for the month of March. So we're gonna be back March 5th. We're gonna have Rapper Punahele who's gonna be on, and then we're gonna have Alex from Pig and the Lady. Is that correct, Sky?
That's correct.
Alex
He is
Lee?
confirmed.
Okay, he is confirmed.
Great combination.
Week after.
Pig and Punahele.
Pig and Punahele will be March 5th, and we got possibly owner Lucky Belly. Possibly, is that a thing?
Yes, Jesse. We're trying to get Jesse on.
Okay, and then we're gonna go and try to get Cedric Clinton for that one. Let's go put Cedric on now. And then, okay, here's some big ones that, if this goes down, I don't know. But he did reply back. So Jay Moore, comedian Jay Moore, SNL, will possibly be on for March. So he has a podcast person that deals with. I'm gonna get to you in a second, Kevin. But he has a podcast person that he has his own podcast, so he's gonna be in time for Blue Note. He's gonna do stand-up show March 20, ending of March or something, March 16th or something.
We're gonna go on March 16th.
Right, so he's gonna be here for 3 weeks. So I'm sure he might have time to come on our little party. So I messaged Jay Moore, also Nick Swartzen. If you don't know who that is, he's the one that's in all of the Adam Sandler movies that nobody watches, right? And he's filming a movie with David Spade, Sandler, they're all at the Kaaialii right now. So Cabot is friends with Nick Swartzen.
And he's from Minnesota.
We went to
He's
M&M.
from, they were gonna go to M&M, that's a whole other story, yes. But possibly Nick Swartzen will be on, and Cabot said he's gonna try to tell Swartzen to bring David Spade, so he can get David Spade.
Whoa.
I don't know, this is what a Hawaiian's telling me, so you take that with a grain of salt, alright? Who believes Hawaiians? So we got that coming up, DJ Drama will be there, we got the Hip Hop Time Machine build up, so a lot of fun stuff for March. But as we end out, we're gonna have a man that has been on the show before. He, I guess, is what we call the backbone of this show, because if it's not for him, we wouldn't be drunk. So we're gonna talk to him. He's a man of many talents. He is an infamous man. He does the intro to the show.
That's right.
He's a very prominent, strong man. The Lord Flores, bring him on out. Let's go talk to what he's doing. Sit in the middle.
Yeah.
There we go. Well,
Hello.
hi.
Hey.
Ben, what's going on, man? I mean, let's get to know, for the people that don't know, let's get to know you. Let's get to know what you've been up to.
20 questions with the Lord.
Let's go, let it go. What, you got one?
Don't even start with 21. I cut it off.
So when did Hi Brau start?
The Hi Brau will celebrate its second birthday, April the 14th. So, almost 2 years now.
Okay, were you the creator?
Oh, Jesus, no. I just stumbled into a very fortunate position. Yeah. The Hi Brau is the brainchild of one of the partners of Aloha Beer Company and brewmaster Dave Campbell. He wanted to have just a really high-end, beautiful cocktail parlor to go along with his brewery, and so he's in charge of the whole decor. Yeah.
What was this spot before it became the Hi Brau?
You know, it's been a lot of things,
Yeah.
but one major thing that it was is his father-in-law used to run, I believe, a suntan company out of this building. So when he was looking to start a brewery, this came on the market, and they were like, this is just serendipitous. You know, the history of the family in the building, like, yep, that's our brewery, that's what we're doing.
Wow.
And Aloha Beer Company.
So Aloha Beer Company, when did that start? When did they open?
Aloha Beer Company has been through a lot of phases, yeah. Here where we're at right now, a little over 2 years now.
Okay.
But before that, it's been a concept that's been with Dave Campbell forever. I mean, he's been brewing beer since high school. Because it was still legal to drink at 18 in Hawaii.
Wow, that's right.
Yeah. So he was legally brewing beer. Way back then, he's always had beer on the vine. He's brewed and consulted at many places. And then was brewing for Sam Choi back when they were at what is now the Lily Hop.
Yeah.
Over off Nimitz, yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple other projects. This came up. Aloha Beer Company. Here we are.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the worst story ever. If any of these guys are gonna hear it and be like, that is not what happened.
Yeah, we won't share
the bridge
that.
version. Those
Yeah.
are the cliff notes right there.
Well, we gotta get to let's go to the history of yourself. Now, before
Yeah.
you
Cheers.
ventured here, I know this is your spot.
This is what people go through when they're on this show.
Yes, this once again, this is your joint. So, well, let's go to the history of yourself. Now, before here, and even before, let's go into what is the reason for the name, the Lord Flores? People mention this to me, they think, is this guy some Christian? What is this supposed to do with this guy?
Well, people think I'm just a real pompous ass. Yeah?
I didn't want to go
Who
the
is
obvious.
this guy? He really calls himself the Lord.
Yeah, who's this?
No, I don't. That was something that came up when I was working at, before I was the beverage director for 12th Avenue Grill.
Yeah.
And the then beverage director was looking up this website and was like, this guy's selling off plots of land in Scotland, and you're de facto entitled to a lordship. It turns out if you own land in Scotland. I'm pretty sure they've changed the rules since.
I think so.
So we're just going like, oh, that would make you Lord so-and-so, that would make you Lord so-and-so, and they're like, that would make you Lord Benjamin Flores. And I'm like, oh my God, the Lord Flores. I was like, that's not make
That's
that a
just
thing. And it became a thing, and that's how that happened.
And we used to patron 12th Avenue Grill every Monday. That would be our little run.
That's right. Yeah.
And that's where we would come upon this gentleman, and you have a plaque.
I did,
It was a metal plaque but behind the bar, where the liquor was stored, that said the Lord.
So that came about, a dear friend of mine, Chef Leanne Wong, opened up a restaurant. And in that restaurant, she had this beam, and under the beam, certain people had plaques. And there are people that are either contributed somehow to either that restaurant, her career, her friendship, friends, family, and I made the list. And I was stoked. I walked in on opening day, I was like, look at that. Huh. And it just stuck. That was it. It's not a great story.
No, yeah. We didn't precursor that.
It wasn't to like massage my own ego.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's all massage you. But then another story in regards to Quinn and Danny, where you're previously talking about Salt. You were also at Salt.
I was.
Yes. Well, how long were you there?
Frick, probably about better part of 2 years.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So that was the squad then. So it was you, Kyola was there, Quinn
Kyola
was there. You
was
were all
there.
at the same
Yeah.
time there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dangerous crew.
It was really dangerous.
Yeah.
That's the crew that you look at and where are they now? And every one of those guys is doing, guys and gals, are just doing fantastic
Everything
things
great.
with their life.
Tyler kind of,
Except for
on the
Tyler.
fence.
Tyler's still doing the same thing with a little bit more hair,
Cigarettes on the lip, yeah.
not on the head.
So was it salt then 12?
It was salt and then 12th.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And so then that was the thing where me personally was drawn to from the gentleman where we would go in, cocktails were great, and the thing that was always, that stood out with this man is he was always against the grain with what everybody else was doing. Like if everybody else was going one direction, he would go the other. And that was always the thing that, I don't know if I told you this, but this was always the thing that I always was admired. This is good stuff, we're not gonna cry. But this was the thing, I always applaud the going the different routes.
I wasn't gonna do it.
Hey, shout out Gerald when our kid. But Jared couldn't make it. But
She's on her way. Don't worry
she's
about
fine.
it.
5 minutes out. 5 minutes out.
There's 5 minutes.
5 minutes out. But that was the thing that was always the creativity was there, and you got the whole comedy of what this was all about. You didn't take yourself too seriously, which a lot of these guys do, and that was the thing I have to say that I admired about this gentleman. And you're at the Hi Brau.
Yeah. Now I have the greatest gig in the industry.
Exactly.
It really is.
Exactly.
So what were some of the things that are against the grain?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
I'm only at drink 3. So
This is a soda water with a lemon peel. It's so against the grain.
okay, I'm sounding
Changing the game here, folks.
Yes, if I can be serious for a minute. All I will say, well, as an example, that was be something where everybody, USBG is a big thing.
Yeah.
You didn't really follow that.
I didn't, as I'm wearing a USBG pin.
Hashtag don't watch the video. Right? But that was the thing that was just, everybody would go and you know, God bless, you know, Dave Newman, and he's the guy, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be drinking, good call. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be drinking. But the fact that you were doing your own thing amongst all the disciples of this gentleman, that is what was, and that goes along to music, that goes along to culture, that goes along to what we talk about hip-hop is where everybody's trying to be different. You're trying to be your own path, and that's a cool thing, and that's the thing I admire. So that was in essence what that's all about, right there.
That was just something that I wanted to make sure, this was a career that I wanted to do for a long time.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing it on someone else's coattails.
Yeah.
Although I was gifted a variety of amazing positions, don't get me wrong.
Right.
I worked hard as hell for those positions.
Yeah.
And, you know, I didn't ask too many favors that I didn't do. Just, try to do my own thing and make my own path, and ended up here.
Right.
Not to say that there is nothing wrong with the USBG Hawaii. It's a fantastic chapter. They are going to be doing some amazing things this year. Super stoked. But when I started out, I wanted to make sure that it was completely organic to myself. And that, can you rise to the highest echelon in the industry on your own?
Right. And that's it.
So when this started up, was it like Thursday through Saturday kind of thing? And now, I know like today's Monday, you had an event before.
The Hi Brau
Yeah.
alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Hi Brau is open to the public Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 to midnight. Other than that though, we do a lot of private events. We get to have you guys on here.
Yes, thank you.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for
having
having
us.
us. We love that. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're pretty much here every day.
I'm here every day for a program that's only open to the public 3 days a week.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much prep still goes into this place. And let alone when we have various events as well, prepping for that. Like, you're still extremely busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of events? Like what was the event today?
The event today was for one of the liquor distribution companies, one of their project managers. It was her birthday.
It was
We
Lisa.
do. Yeah.
Thus.
We got rid of the balloons.
It wasn't the girl from Weird Science. It was,
No.
you gotta get that reference? No. So,
Jeff Mears, bro. Fell on Jeff Mears.
fine, the 80s are over. Got it. Sit. Kevin remembers that movie. So, where do you see, what's the future? What's the upcoming things that you got planned that you're thinking of regarding the Highbrow? This is your show. What do you want to do with it?
I don't know, I gotta get it off.
Well said.
What?
Well, was there something like in regards to, well, we were gonna have Jara, who was
Yeah.
our first guest ever on the show, episode 1. She was gonna make it, but unfortunately she could not.
3 minutes out.
3 minutes.
She's almost here.
Was there anything that, in regards to the female bartender that you
Yeah,
were
we got
planning
a
to do?
really fun program
Let's
that's
talk
gonna
about this,
begin, what month is this? February, March, April. It's gonna be going April, May, and June, and the third Saturday of each of those months. We're gonna feature a guest bartender at the Hi Brau Room. The idea is to bring in people that don't necessarily have their own program or may not have had experience running their own program. And I'm gonna give them the Hi Brau Room for a night. So they're gonna develop the entire menu. The two of us are gonna go through the entire administrative side. It's not just you show up, you clock in, you get to make a lot of cool drinks and talk with people. There's a whole nother side to this business that a lot of people don't see.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work, and not just the prep work, the administrative side, the numbers side. So I'll walk them through all of that to make sure that our product costs are met, that our menu meets up with where we want our numbers to be for an evening,
Yeah.
on Saturday. Just give them that experience, and then to run the show.
So it's a full business pop-up.
Yeah, total full business
So
pop-up.
they basically are like an independent contractor here in a sense, like, kind of
Sure.
do their own thing, get to
Yeah.
see what it's like to run their own
Yeah.
program. That's great, man.
There's a lot of guest bartenderships that happen worldwide, and they bring in global names or national names.
Yeah.
And they get to come in and take over the bar, and they're like, wow, look at me, I did this, boom, and then drop the mic, I'm out.
Yeah.
There's none of that build up. There's not a lot of that educational side that happens because a lot of these people, they run their own programs. It'd be like sending me to a bar and saying, hey, dude, this is your night, go. Okay, I've already done all this before, I know how to do everything that builds up to it. So I'm taking bartenders that may not necessarily have that experience, so they get to see that side of it.
Right.
But it's like you said, it's the things that you wish someone had taught you in the beginning. You have to
Sure.
learn everything on your own.
Sure.
And now you're being a mentor for these guys. So
Well,
that's
I
great.
mean, I don't want, let's,
I mean, you kind of did
Stop
it
short
in
of
a
the
way.
Lord.
The Lord.
Well, the thing that people may not know about Highbrow when they come in is.
should I just get Dave Newman?
That was like the more you know.
Oh, okay, got it. The thing that people, NBC. The thing that people may not know is when you come on a night that Highbrow's open, this is you. You're the only guy.
Yeah. So the way that we run this particular program is there's one bartender, there's myself, and then one or two of the other cocktailers. They'll jump in, they'll make the drinks as well if I start getting stacked up real deep. But that was another thing that I wanted them to learn, these guest bartenders, is this is a program where it's just you.
Yeah.
And you're in charge at any given time for 45 guests. And it's a beast, it's a monster. I've never been until I came here in a program like this. And it's just a really fun experience. It's humbling, you learn so much about yourself. And if anything, they'll walk away saying, that sucks, I don't want to do this, I'm going back to college. My art degree looks really good right now. Or they'll say, thanks, I learned a bunch of stuff and now I can move forward and move on. Yeah, maybe I did some good for them, I don't know.
Right. I mean, it's a very empowering and intimidating thing at the same time because it's you. Everything falls on you.
There was probably the greatest musician active right now on Oahu, Mike Love. Shout out.
Shout out reggae.
There's a quote that he said one evening at a show, and he said, I took on this path to be my own solo musician, and something you learn when it's just you is that it's just you, and if something is bad and it sucks, guess what? It's on you.
Yeah,
that's right.
So I keep that to heart. It's, you know, when you run a program like this where it is just one bartender and everything falls on me if the guest is having a bad experience or a drink sucks, which never happens. That's on me. You know, that's on me.
And we've been here when you're open, and it's just, it amazes me, man, because you have a packed house in here, and hopefully they all order beer, so you can just
No
do
way.
that.
No
But
way.
it doesn't happen that way, and then you gotta deal with a lot of bullshit, and then that is the case. So who do you have as the females lined up for this? Do you have a list of people that we can throw
I
out
do
there?
have a list.
Is Jara part of that?
Jared's on the list.
There we go.
We're bringing him back.
Micronesia's Philippines. There we go. Who else we got on this thing?
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say.
Oh,
it.
okay,
I'm not sure
really?
they told
Okay.
all their employers yet.
Oh.
Yeah, announcement.
Giving you the drum roll there.
It might have been wasted.
Yeah, that was a.
It was like the drum roll.
Play the scary one. Play the scary sample. So you had well, Jara possibly.
Jared for sure. Jared's gonna be there. She's coming in.
Jara's gonna be there. Who else we got?
Large Marge.
Large Mars.
Holy
Hell with that. We'll throw it all out. We'll throw it all
Throw
out.
it out there. Go on.
Throw it out.
Nobody's listening.
No one's.
Who else we got?
Good to see you guys. So we're gonna start off with Heather Ash, who is currently doing some bartending work over at the Minebird in Waikiki.
Okay. Is
Heather
Woodley
Ash
still there too?
Woodley is there.
Okay.
Woodley's kind of doing both Minebird and I believe also strip steak, bouncing between the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got her. She's gonna be the first
Heather
one.
Ash is coming in. She's gonna be the first one.
Okay.
April the 20th.
Okay. 420. Yeah.
420. Yeah.
Well, all right. Hashtag sober. Who else we got?
Also, we have Sarah from Encore.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I've heard of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's someone. And then who else we got?
And then
A lot of inside jokes here.
blending. And then Jara.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
she's gonna be the last. Okay.
Yep.
Great lineup. I mean,
Alright.
Solid lineup, man.
Lynn, what do you think of the women here taking over the
I
bar?
love it. It's awesome. Great.
You gonna be there for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, so you're now in a position that you can give back and teach people and have them do this. So what are your growth areas past this? Like, what are you looking forward to in any creative endeavors or?
Creative endeavors? Sure, always. Constantly.
Are you kind of at a place that you're like, you can just enjoy now? and
No, you never are.
Yeah.
You never are. You're never comfortable. You're never at a place where you just get to hang out. Yeah. When I consider the Hi Brau Room one of the top cocktail parlors on Oahu, and when you're up there, and it's not a competition, but when you're in a light company, you never want to get comfortable. You know, I guess you do want to go against the grain, whatever.
Yeah.
You want to constantly just evolve and evolve.
Yeah.
Be
you
better.
have to.
Yeah.
Be original and change with the times.
Yeah.
Evolve.
You don't, not to diss on anybody that does this, but you don't get comfortable and just smoke the shit out of every cocktail, you know? And like, this is a smoked whatever, this is a smoked whatever.
Like something on
This
fire.
is a
on fire.
dagger that I made it with vodka. They look, congratulations.
It was my Ciroc fire drink.
Yeah, you don't give into the gimmicks, you find, you tap into your creative outlet and whatever that may be, if it's a very intricate, ornate garnish, or if it's combining spirits that should taste like garbage together, but really actually work, the sticks and stones. Like, who puts gin and stone fruit and agricole rum together with absinthe? I do. And it's free.
There you go.
I love a peanut gallery!
Shout out to chemistry.
My posse!
But that's the whole fun of it. And that's why I am a fan of the whole cocktail thing, because it's just, it's chemistry. You don't know what you're going to be getting with all of these various ingredients. We can create a name for it, and which is comedy, and there's just so much like layers of this that can just make it so fun than just getting like a said beer or a said wine or something. And they're all complex in their own case, but the fact of the cocktail, right, is just fun. Like I'll talk to this guy. We've done all kinds of bullshit over the years where we'll do a drink, if you remember, which was called the financial aid. we called it a drink called the financial
Hands
aid.
down the worst drink ever
Which
made.
was garbage.
Hands
Because
down.
it was just so it was literally like 17 bitters.
Yeah,
We went down the line with bitters and that was it.
that was it.
And it was a total trash. But it was the financial aid because you can't afford the spirit. And this is comedy. It's just that's what it works, right?
Yeah, but looking back, some of the bitters that we used, if you look at the pour cost, it wasn't fine.
Well, let's not
I'd
talk-
rather done the vodka.
Let's not talk the financials. We're not writing it off, but I mean,
It
just
was
like,
called the financial aid because you had to keep paying it off later.
It was called-
The interest was
But we would always do like, and that was the thing when we would be at 12 and to now, is we would create like I had a drink just now, it was called the formula.
Yeah.
And the formula, which was an ode to DLC, but which nobody knows what that is. But it's the thing where we would concoct a bunch of different ingredients and make a said formula. And it's just that and the entertainment value that comes with the whole experience. And I don't think people really understand the whole situation with that. And that's the thing that we need to put the forefront in.
What's putting his personality in there?
Correct.
portraying
And
creativity.
because the drink itself is the fun, but the social aspect is what draws me to this whole thing.
Yeah.
I tell Cabot this, and that's the whole thing. It's just the comedy, the rapport, and being able to talk to you and people such as Dave Newman, all these guys, Rutner, all these guys. It's just comedy. Because we create a drink, make something up, and then I'll make it like I told Quinn. Make something that's going to be something that's angled. Make something that's like somebody that woke up and from a one night stand the next day. Right. And it's this comedy, and then we create, and it's creativity, and that's all what it is, really. And,
Yeah.
and you get it, and that was the whole point of the whole comedy.
Yeah, you become an artist of a different style.
Correct.
I mean, art isn't always on canvas.
Yeah.
Art isn't always lyrical.
Yeah.
Sometimes it comes in a glass, and sometimes it has a lemon peel in it.
Exactly. That's all it is. So that the April, May, June is the
April,
women
May,
table-
June will be the guest bartenderships. It'll be, it's.
You have a name for this event? What is it?
I'm still working with the marketing department.
Oh, who's that?
I am the
Who is
marketing
that?
department.
Can we meet them?
They're on next week.
Let me, what else? Any other questions here before?
You guys are at like 18 questions. So
We
you
got
gotta
3 more.
couple
Let's go.
Bring it.
I love spicy drinks. You make any spicy drinks or like mood, like cater to mood or what?
I cater to you, girl.
Oh.
What do you need?
I love
Great answer.
spicy tequila.
Done. I'm out.
Let's go.
What a
I don't want you to make
Ah,
a drink for this. Okay, we could. Let me drink it tonight. What do you do? No.
Now I am spicy.
Yeah! Let's go, let's do it. So before the Lord makes the spicy drink, anything that's coming up besides the women takeover? Any other things going on? Any new drink menu? Anything coming up? New
Probably
stuff
have a
going
drink menu coming up late spring to summer.
on? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to focus on one aspect of, maybe not necessarily each island, but one aspect of some of the islands into each cocktail.
Oh,
Because
really?
that- yeah.
That's going to be the angle that you do with the new menu. Like, what inspires you to make the new drink? So, what inspires you to make a cocktail? Like, what do you get that's going to be like the base that creates this? The islands, really?
Well,
That's
I get
interesting.
tired with the other ones.
That's very interesting. What's the Kauai cocktail going to be like?
Good question. So the Kauai cocktail
Sex and
is, I'm actually in conversation with a farmer in Kauai to perhaps get hands on their lychee wood. And then the wood would be much like what we do for our current cocktails, is to smoke the interior of the glass with lychee wood.
Yeah.
So not using the fruit per se, but using lychee wood from Kauai.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? That was it.
Sounds kind of
like a spaceship.
That's the delete that one. That's on the play the scary one, don't play the. Wow, so that a smoky drink, or what's going on? When you use wood, what's the basis of that one? Is that to be a smoked cocktail, or for people that don't?
Similar to what we do right now, to smoke the interior of the glass, yeah.
Got it.
And by using lychee, it's very soft on the nose. It doesn't overpower the cocktail whatsoever.
Yeah.
So it just kind of accents it, yeah.
Wow. What 20 questions? You got 21?
If you ever get time off, what do you do in your time off? What are your hobbies?
There we go.
What are my hobbies? I mostly sit around and draw pictures of cocktails and make cocktails.
Wow.
Love it.
Draw the cocktail?
What's
So
that?
you draw the cocktail, really?
Oh yeah, totally.
Glass and then
Yeah.
marsh pens of.
Absolutely. You know, there's many nights where my wife comes home and I'll have just like colored pencils and a sketchbook. Like,
Can we film that? Can I see that? Oh,
are you making a menu?
Well,
You gotta make sure that like not all the
Sitting home in the dark making a menu.
there's nothing
darker in the
worse
show.
than having a menu of entire yellow or brown cocktails. There's no diversity whatsoever. There's nothing that catches the eye. The entire room looks monotone. You know,
Yeah.
if all your garnishes are this, a lemon peel, but you cut the ends off, like you're doing nothing. So you gotta take all that into consideration. You gotta draw it out. You gotta draw the glass. What type of glass? Does it look better than this? Does it look better with rocks? Yeah.
I feel so boring, so I always get wine. But I feel like there's a
Don't
way
feel
to
boring.
jazz
Wine
it
is amazing. I drink.
I love wine.
up. We could
Yeah,
put some
Scott likes wine.
Sky likes wine.
I
Maybe
love
put some
wine.
jalapenos in there.
Pays my rent.
I would never put jalapenos.
My
in
mortgage.
wine. Oh, wine is a terrific beverage. It takes so much to actually go from ground to grape to glass. So I applaud it.
Let's give it up for wine. Let's give it up for wine. And
Wine gets one tonight.
Wine wins tonight, huh? So it's because of all this, that is why it's only fitting that you're a part of the family that is the show. Because of this gentleman's personality, all the things that he does, it's only fitting. It's only fitting that we're here. It's only fitting that this man is here at the Hi Brau Room. So what an ending to the industry show, huh? So
Love that.
right? I mean, so like, what have we learned here tonight? We like to drink. We learned about Mezcal. Mezcal spells with a Z. A lot of inside jokes. Jared's 3 minutes away.
Two by Uber.
Oh, I got 2 minutes away.
1 minute.
2 minutes away. Okay. Fine sinner.
She got the baby.
And I tell you what, it's good to have you on as always, man. And thank you for having us
Thanks for
to
having
do
me.
this show. Because if it wasn't for you, who knows where we'd be at Town Square, I think. Probably drinking wine.
Yeah,
We'd be live from a tent in Olive Park.
Live from a tent! Nowhere! So, once again, the Lord Flores, thank you very much. We're going to be going from this. Maybe we're here, Sky, Cameron, Quinn, Dave, let's get out of here. 3 times over.